Fimi X8 Pro, release date and details. Got that coming up next. Build a Drone Reviewer here. If you like the content of this video or anything on my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. With that, let's begin. The other night I hosted Rotor Talk Live, and we spent the better part of the evening discussing all the latest regarding the brand new Fimi X8 Pro. We discussed possible pricing, the specifications, the accessories, and so much more. So without any further ado, let's roll that clip in its entirety. Email today, Fimi X8 Pro, March 28th, Fimi TX10A, controller release date. All right, I get an email from Fimi. I'm like, what? Because I wasn't, it kind of caught me off guard a little bit because I wasn't expecting anything until Fimi X8 Pro, apply above and beyond. You can see right here, 2023, 328, and it has 000000 Pacific Standard Time. Okay, and had some interesting conversations here with G-Man, and I also talked with my good friend Richard, shared an email with him about that, and my son-in-law saw it as well. Andy, he's excited. I'm excited as well too. We're going to go over some things here. Now, one of the things that I can tell you right now, there's no pricing that's listed. Okay. I sent a rather large email to my contacts at Fimi. Okay. Asking them a number of questions. One of them was price. One of them was, website. Where can we order this from? Just a whole host of questions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a video together with the answers that I get to let you guys know the latest on this. I mean, they're talking a week from today here, okay, on the 28th. We're going to go over some of the specs. Now, while it looks the same, it is different, all right? I can tell you guys that right now. It is different, which I think is a good thing, all right? All right. Let's go here. Now that sensor is, you're going to see right here, as we talked about, okay? F1.7 aperture, good in low light. It's going to be, well, you know what? Eric's saying right here he thinks it could be over 1,000. That's, I don't know. We'll see here. But let's get back to looking at some of the specs here, okay? Megaphone release and drop module is the same thing as the V2, 2022 V2. A 4G cellular unlimited range transmission, that's optional, and we're going to get to that here in a minute. Remote ID, rain and snowproof, self-heating, low temperature resistant battery, that's a good thing. Optional built-in screen remote control, we'll talk about that in a minute. Level 8 wind resistance, that's good. Intelligent flight modes, right? 1/1/3 inch, 48 megapixels, CMOS 3-axle mechanical gimbal. It does look a little bit different, okay? Of course, I don't have one to compare it to, but it does look a little bit different. And I'm really hoping that they kind of revamped this whole thing right here, because this is where this is where the Achilles heel that for the problems I've had has been here, okay, with the horizon tilt issue, okay. Let's move on down here a little bit. Large f1.7 aperture, and you can see right here that's true. I mean, that's going to make a big difference in terms of the light letting light into the lens here. HDR video and photo. Take a look at that. You can see that. Super night scene shooting. Night scenes are now more astonishing because of the 1/1/3 inch sensor, achieving equivalent performance of 2.4 microns. 3-axis mechanical gimbal. I'm sure hoping that they revamped it from the previous ones. And I kind of think it does look different than the previous ones. We'll see. Fingers are crossed on that, okay? Equipped with 3rd generation sensor LOS stabilization algorithm, sensor with high precision control and accuracy of 0.005 degrees and a fully closed loop servo system, all contribute to perfectly eliminating jitters in real time, okay? Let's hope so. All right. Next generation Rocklink 15-kilometer transmission. All right. That's a good thing. You know, anytime you're going to get increased range with a drone, that's fantastic. And I like that. That's their version for their whatever they call their OcuSync or whatever. Okay. So it's upgraded, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Now, this is the standard remote controller. And again, this hasn't changed for years, okay, which is fine. It works well, okay? It does its job and it does it well. And one of the things that I can tell you with this, okay, I agree, Andy Kurt, it is, okay? All right, you know, it's worked well. And one of the things that you do need to remember, if you do get this, you need to have your antennas pointed in the direction of your drone. It's just paramount. Okay. Remote controller with built-in screen. Okay. Fimi TX10A. The Fimi X8 Pro is fully compatible with the next generation of built-in screen remote controllers. Flying a drone has never been so convenient or offered a more professional flight experience. Remote control is optional, of course. Okay. Physically, it looks the same. It's probably upgraded in terms of the software. In our good friend, let's go ahead here. Gorilla Man here. Believe me, I've got emails already sent for clarity. If the TX10 is not compatible, it blows Fimi's credibility out of the water. Okay. Yeah. And what he means by compatible is backwards compatible. Okay. Or forwards compatible, whether, you can take a Fimi TX10 and it'll work with the Fimi X8 Pro. That's what we're talking about, compatibility kind of a thing. Okay. 1,000 nits, which is good. That was never an issue for me. Okay. And one of the things that I did find out, and we talked about it last week, and I remember on the show, and if you flash that controller a couple of times, and I think it was Richard who told me, I think Richard told me about, or no, that was Gorilla Man. I think Gorilla Man. Yeah. G-Man told me about that. If you flash the controller a couple of times, he's had some really good results with his controller. So in terms of getting range from it. All right. Tri-directional obstacle sensing. Okay. Now it's going to have, finally those two, I'll call them eyes on front. It's going to have front sensors. It's also going to have rear sensors as well. As you can see here, and of course, it's always had those bottom sensors here, but that's different. Okay. The perception distance reaches 15 meters, can automatically sense the position and distance of the obstacles in front, rear, and down directions, helping to escort a safe flight. Okay. 40-minute intelligent battery, 47-minute intelligent flight battery plus. Okay. And you can take a look at the plus. It's raised up a little bit, and that's going to give you 7 extra minutes, which that's really good. Intelligent Flight Battery Plus uses a brand new self-developed battery management system and advanced self-heating technology that can sense the ambient temperature, heating and insulating the battery, and ensuring worry-free flight. Okay. Accessory port. All right. Port allows for more DIY possibilities, compatible with a variety of accessories, including the release and drop plus megaphone module, which was on the V2. Okay. Allowing you to have more fun when flying. Now, earlier, you may have seen on here, and it talks about it. It talks about that it's with the drone. It's not. It's an optional accessory. Okay. Let's go down some more here. The megaphone. Once mounted on the drone, the device can remote transmit voices or sounds. Can also store multiple audio files, support text to audio, automatic loop playback, and shout in real time. Maximum sound projection range of 100 meters. Okay. Tasks such as search and rescue are quicker and easier than before. I agree, Matt. I agree. And that's what they're going to have to do in terms of price. That's a good point, Matt. They're going to have this, in that 500, 550-ish kind of a ballpark range, because when they're smart, they price it accordingly like that. Okay. And, because, they're going to nickel and dime you with the accessories, which, you'll probably want to get with something like this. Talk a rush. Yeah, I'm not. And then there's the release and drop, something that I would definitely be interested in. Okay. Payload should not exceed 350 grams. 4G cellular image transmission module. Okay. Now it shows this module goes on the back, which is nice. Okay. I'm not sure if that would cover up the rear obstacle avoidance. That's a good question. I didn't think of that when I sent Fimi that email today. X8 Pro supports the brand new 4G cellular image transmission module from Fimi, which can quickly and easily be installed without any tools. Module can be connected to the aircraft via USB, and the image displayed directly on the app. It can use mobile Unicom telecom networks and provides stable and low latency transmission signals. In cases where the original image transmission signal is blocked by objects or external interference, the drone can still be safely controlled through the 4G cellular network. Product does not include a SIM card. This must be purchased separately. So, what I asked him, I said, in the United States, is it going to be compatible with the carriers that we have here, like Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, and so forth? I'm just curious to that. But that's a good thing to have happen. We would have that capability here. Remote ID. Compatible with remote ID, the drone meets FAA and ESA flight requirements. Reasonable structural design makes the signal comparatively more stable, ensuring even more reliable and safe flights. Enjoy legal and unobstructed flights around the world. Okay, and it shows what the UAS data is here, and it shows the operator here. Rain and snowproof. With a further strengthened rainproof and snowproof structural design, flight is no longer restricted by weather conditions. The added downward auxiliary light provides directional guidance. Even if encountering rainy or snowy weather during flight, you can still fly safely and return without worry. Okay, it's nice, but I'm going to say this: if it's raining, get it in. I mean, it's not. It's built. It's not like a Matrice. It's not meant to handle a deluge of that. That's possible, Maddie. That's really a possibility. Now, it does have level 8 wind resistance. Okay, so that's a good thing. I think we went over the Mini 2 Pro or the Mini 2 Pro, the Mini 2, and I think it has a level 5. This has a level 8, which is good. All right, we send winds up to level 8. All right, flight planning, and it talks about task settings, flight settings, map settings, historical routes. And you can see this right here. Smart tracking mode. Some of these are, are old hat for Fimi. Circular flights, panorama. Some of these things are not new. That's part of it here. Time lapse. Search and rescue mode. That was the same on the previous one. Precision landing. It's been hit or miss for me with this. More miss than hit, but sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't. Okay, it's just 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I don't know. I don't know what to say regarding that. Okay, APP. Scan the QR code or download the Fimi Navi 3.0 app from the App Store. Share live aerial videos with friends via social media platforms. All right. I don't know anybody that's gotten anything like that to work. So if you know somebody, email me and let me know. Good point, Brad. That's a good point. 6G and 5G wireless will not be out in rural areas. 4G LTE will still be around for a long while. That's a good point. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Okay, and it will make it obsolete, and that's just Thank you for sharing that, Mark. Okay, let's multiple projections for safe flights, rainproof design, return home modes, GPS real-time tracking, non-fly zone protection, low battery, return wind warning, excessive power warning, and it will list all the actual specifications. Again, I'll drop a link. There is a link in the description for this, but I'll make sure to go ahead and get that in there. It's about the remote control, the charger, the sensing system, camera, batteries. Now, this is all that comes in it here, okay? The aircraft, the battery, and that's a 40-minute battery, the standard remote controller, AC cable, dust plug for the battery, props, the charger, different USB cables, gimbal cover, and instructions, okay? And it talks about that. Now, one of the things, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and drop this in the chat here for you guys. Matt, that is a great controller. I can tell you that right now. That is an awesome controller. The problem that I had with mine, my son-in-law has it now, and it's been working well for him. It's a couple of things here, okay? The Navi app is different for your phone versus the TX10 or TX10A smart controller. It uses a different Navi app. That's number one. Number two, the issue that I had, it just lost signal. I mean, it just, I took off and, the Phoenix going up, and I'm looking on my screen and it looks like it's just standing still. And yeah, it was, so I brought it back down. I tried it for a minute, got it out, thought it was going to connect up again, and it didn't. So I got it back in. So as I find out more information, I'm going to put out an initial video on this. But as I find out more information, I'm gonna put that out there. It's supposed to be out in a week, so I should get some answers. Usually it takes overnight to get an answer, because I got this email first thing this morning, so I replied back first thing this morning, and it was I sent them a book for an email. So hopefully, and they're pretty good. They're good about getting back to you about this. So I emailed my contacts there. So hopefully in support and sales. So hopefully I'll get some answers for you guys to let you know about this. And I think Maddie's right. I think we're going to see it in the $500, $550 range. And accessories to follow. The controller will probably be about, my guess is $250 to $300, somewhere in that kind of a range. So we'll see. And then the modules, who knows? And I've asked for everything. I wanted a price sheet. I wanted a link on where to be able to purchase them, who's going to be selling them here in the United States. Is it going to be through AliExpress? I actually have had a good experience through AliExpress. I think their shipping was better than Banggood, but I say that with fingers crossed. So, yeah. So that's what we got for tonight on the Fimi X8 Pro, and it sounds exciting. Now, I'm not so sure this is it for Fimi for this year, okay? I think they were wanting to come out with this sooner. And I think from what I read in the comments on my Fimi group, that a person from Fimi responded back and said they wanted to come out with it sooner, but because of part shortages, they weren't able to do this. So I just want to let you guys know that. So that's it for tonight. That's all that I have. Again, as always, guys, you have any questions on this, email me, BillTheDroneReviewer at gmail.com. Always get back to you guys on this. I think this is going to be a great drone. I really do. I'm excited about it. I'm more excited about this than the Mini 2SE. Let's put it to you that way. Okay. This is a drone I would consider purchasing, although, I know, and I know, my good friend Richard, that, maybe kind of, wait and see. For me, I'll be a guinea pig on this one. I really like what Fimi has done, and I like how their customer service has handled me. So I'm willing to, go out there and give this a shot. So it's going to be very interesting to see with all this, how all this pans out, but we'll see. Okay, I did receive some answers from Fimi regarding the questions that I sent to them, and let me go over them with you. The X8 Pro will first be launched on the official website on March 28th and will then be launched on AliExpress and Amazon US. The price of the X8 Pro is still being confirmed. Number two, the launch date of the TX10A and the price are still being confirmed. Number 3, the rest of the accessories have the opportunity to be released for purchase on Amazon US and AliExpress, but the exact date of release as well as the price is still to be confirmed. And number 4, the 4G image transmission module can support 4G functions, but the actual usage may vary depending upon the situation in each country. The exact details still need to be tested and confirmed. Question of the day. What did you think of the Fimi X8 Pro release date and accessories? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, it's a great day to fly.